Let's begin. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to LisaBug Mind Body Blend. We are in the month of November 2024, coming back from 2 hip replacements this summer. Still taking it a little bit easy, but we are going to focus on upper body, working the chest and the back. And what's important for us to know, if we do not have mobility in these areas, it's hard to fully train strengthening. Specifically in that thoracic spine, the upper back between the shoulder blades. Because as we get older, we round forward like this a little bit. And so our ability to straighten up and pull back becomes more difficult. And it's not just because of what's happening in the back, it's also what's happening in the chest. We get really tight here, and so we cannot mobilize to pull back. So we're going to be doing a little bit of warming up just to get that area of our body as mobile and flexible as we can before we work on our strength training. I have 2 sizes of hand weights. I have my heavier size and my lighter size, because these muscles that we work for the back and the chest, we use them together as a team. And when we use them together as a team, we can lift heavier weight. When we separate the muscle groups into individuals, then we need that lighter hand weight. I also have a yoga strap and a chair, so that's going to be nice for you to have close by as well. So we'll start with a little bit of Tai Chi inspired movement just to get us going and to also let us start to connect with our chest muscles. So I'd like for you to come into Wai Wu Chi. Separate those feet a little wider than hips distance apart. Turn your toes out so they're facing out laterally and your knees are following that direction. And we'll just start to bend the right knee and then the left knee. Now, when you come to this side, I want you to inhale. And when you come to this side, I want you to exhale. So we breathe in as we bend the left knee. We breathe out as we bend the right knee. So just get used to that breath pattern. And then we'll use this left arm and sweep it out and push across. We inhale and exhale. Now you can start to turn your head from side to side. And then we're going to make this into push hands. So we'll take both hands, inhale, connect your wrists, and exhale. Separate the wrists, inhale, connect the wrists, and exhale. Now, you notice when you connect the wrists, you can create force. So you're pushing the left hand into the right hand and creating a contraction in your pectoral muscles. 3 more on this side. Two. And 1. And just relax the arms. We'll bend the left knee and the right knee. Now this time when we bend the right knee, it's our inhale. The exhale is on the left. We'll start just with the right arm. Inhale, push across, exhale. Warming up our shoulders a little bit. Connecting the mind, the body, and the breath, the 3 B's, brain, body, breath. And then we'll add both arms. Inhale, connect the wrists, create force, exhale. And you can breathe in through the nose, out through the nose, or in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. 3 more this side. And as you're creating force in the push hands, also tense up your abdominal muscles. 1 more time. Then relax the arms. Continue the movement of the legs side to side. Bring the hands to the hips. Pull the elbows back. Open up through the chest muscles and the shoulder blades. Now, if you need a break on what you're doing with the lower body, you can stop and just be still there. That's okay too. Now, as we bend the right knee, reach the arms forward. And as we bend the left knee, turn the palms up and pull the elbows back. So we inhale and exhale. So we're starting to warm up really through that shoulder girdle. So when you pull the elbows back, try to squeeze your shoulder blades and open up through the chest. Excellent. 3 more. 2. 1. Place the hands back on the hips. Keep moving the legs side to side. Now this time as you bend the left knee, you reach the arms forward and pull the elbows out wide. So the first one we did was a narrow row. I turned my palms up and I pulled my elbows in close to the sides. Now our palms stay down. We retract the shoulder blades and really pull back. The breathing, inhale as you reach. Exhale to pull back. Good. So what I want to do is alternate the upper body work. So we'll reach, we'll pull back in close, then we'll reach and we'll pull out wide. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Nice job. Mobility of the shoulder girdle, activating the muscles in the upper back, in that thoracic region. 2 more of each movement. One more of each. And arms come back to hips, hands come to hips. Pull those shoulder blades back. And then come right to the midline. Bend both knees in a small squat. Bring the arms up to goalpost. We'll bring the arms forward. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. And pull them way back. Forward. And open out. Now as you come forward, let your legs straighten. And as you open out, pull back, bend your knees into a squat. I'm going to keep mine pretty small. 3 more. And 2. Last one. Hold here. Reach and stretch. Reach and stretch. Now you can stay low in the squat or you can straighten your legs and do your side stretch. If you need a break for your quads. We're side bending the waist, opening up the rib cage. 2 more on each side. Good, 1 more each side. Holding that squat. Place the hands to the thighs, hinge forward. Rotate to the right, drop your left shoulder down, look behind your body. And then switch. Side to side. Two more each direction. Just releasing any kinks, any tight spots. Then to the middle, round your back all the way up, restack your spine, straighten your legs. Take a nice breath, reach, and exhale, lowering down. Let's grab your yoga strap or whatever you might be using in place of it, and we'll bring it behind our back, holding on any distance apart. Really open up the chest, give yourself a nice stretch. And then I just want you to move your head various positions, whatever feels good for you to release your neck. So maybe it's a side to side, or maybe it's a rotation, or some small circles. So I just wanted you to take about the next minute to hold this chest stretch and move your neck. And if you've got a tight spot, you might want to stay there for a little bit, or just keep moving. You can separate your hands a little wider on the strap to lift up further. 30 seconds. All right, let's release that stretch. Set your yoga strap on the floor. So I want to work on mobility of the upper back by putting your hands directly out in front of you, and then just keep your arms straight and retract your shoulder blades back and forth. Now sometimes if we have a little bit of external force, we might feel this better. So if you want to use your chair, you're going to place your hands on top of your chair. Let your shoulder blades come together as your chest sinks, and then push away. So notice I'm not bending my elbows to do this. I'm bringing my shoulder blades towards each other and pressing outward. When the shoulder blades come together, this is called retraction. When they press away, it's protraction. Good, let's get about 4 or 5 more. This is just for mobility of the shoulder girdle. Nice, 2 more. All right, bring yourself back up to a stand. I need to roll out the wrists a little bit, being on my hands there. Okay, we're going to take our heavier weights to start to work the back in some ways that we did in our warm-up. Now you can go down to lighter if that feels more comfortable, or even no weight at any time. So we're going to do that narrow row with a little bend in our knees and hinge forward. Our palms are facing in. We're going to pull back and then reach forward. So we're going to do a few different variations of this, and I want you to go at your own pace. And try to get that shoulder girdle retraction where you've pinched the shoulder blades together. Now we can start to mobilize our forearms. So when you reach forward, turn your palms to face you. And then when you pull back, turn your palms to face me. So we rotate in, we rotate out. Now your back should be nice and neutral. So make sure you're not hunched over and doing it this way, but lengthen the back, push the hips back a little bit. Four more of these. This is our narrow row. 3, 2, 1. Rise up out of the legs. Take a little shoulder roll back to reset your posture. Now we'll come into our wide row. So we bend the knees again, hinge forward, reach the palms to face your thighs, and we'll pull out and down and out. Now we can add some rotation of the forearm again. So as you lower your arms, turn your palms forward and then pull wide and bring your palms back toward your body. Good. A lot of stabilizers working here as well. So your quads and your glutes are stabilizing. Definitely your entire spinal column and your core is really stabilizing as well. Good. Let's get 4 more on the wide row. If you need a break sooner, that's all up to you. 2, 1, and come up, take a break. Do any muscle release you need. If you need to set the weights down for a second, you can. So when we did our warm-up, we blended and alternated these 2 movements. So what it's going to look like is bend the knees, reach the arms forward, and I just want you to pull close to your body and then pull outward. Pull close to your body and outward. Now we turn the palms forward, pull close to your body, and then away. Pull close and away. And if it's too much to think about adding that rotation, that's okay. That's just a little extra feature. 4 more of each. Narrow and wide. 3. Nice job. 2 more. Get those shoulder blades pinching together as you pull back. Last one. And rise up out of the row. Good. Roll your shoulders. Now we're going to alternate sides on the row. So still with the heavy unless you need to go down in workload. Hinge from the knees and from the hips. We'll pull the right elbow back and then the left elbow back. Now as we start this, we're meeting in the middle and then pulling the other one. That's going to be our first option here. Next option, pull and switch at the same time. So we're not meeting in the middle. We keep moving both arms. Start to rotate your body by looking to the side on the elbow you're bending. 8, 8, 7. Good. Rotating the back. 5 more each side. 4. I'm starting to sweat here in Florida. 3. Ooh. 2. 1 more each side. Come back to the center. Draw up. And let's set those heavy weights down. Good. Shake everything out. I'm going to grab a quick drink. You can do that too if you have your water bottle close. So we're going to stay with rows for a bit. If your weight was starting to get pretty heavy, go down to your lighter weight. 1 weight only for 1 arm rows. And we're using the chair as an option. So I'm going to grab my 10-pounder again. So we'll face the chair, weight is in your right hand, left hand is down on the chair, and we'll pull it up and release it down. So we're going to make this into an option for a standing spinal balance. So your left leg, you can either tap your foot to the floor and hold it back there for a little bit of help for balance, or lift your left leg completely up. 10 rows. 9. 8. You can twist a little bit as well. 6 more. 5. I'm going to bring my leg back in to support my other hip. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come on up. How do we do? This is about as heavy as I can do this, so I might have to go down in a bit. Okay, change it to your left hand. Right hand is on the chair. Now your back is nice and flat, your shoulder blades are slightly retracted, and we'll pull the left arm up. So you can stay just as you are. You can tap your right toe back behind you to keep your balance, or you can lift your right leg up off the floor. We have 10 reps. And I'm going to go right back down on this side because this is the most recent hip for me. 8. 7. Really ignite your abdominals. Retract, navel to spine. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And come up. Good. So that was the narrow row close to the body. Now we're going to do the wide row. It's a little bit more challenging, so I'm going to actually go down to my lighter weight as I do the wide row. Right hand, left hand on the chair. Option for your left foot back or lifted. Take your palm toward your knee and open out to the side and down. Now you can add any of those rotations of your palm that we did when we were standing up on both feet in the deadlift position. Excellent. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Take a break. Come on up. Switch to the other hand, a little shoulder roll. Right hand goes to the chair. Option for your right foot back or lifted. Turn your palm towards your knee. Move from the wall a little bit and open out to the side. Looking for 10. Exhale as you pull. 6. 5. Slow down the return. Resist gravity. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Take a break. Come on up. Now we're going to combine the narrow row and the wide row. So you'll be pulling back close and then out. Right hand, left hand on the chair. Option for the left toe back or lifted. We'll do a narrow row. Turn the palm and do the wide row. Narrow. And wide. There's 3. We're going to do 8 of each. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, come on up, rest. This is definitely working on endurance of the back, so we should be starting to feel that fatigue. This is our last set. Okay, right hand on the chair. Option, right foot back or lifted. Alternate, narrow row, and wide. 8 of each. 7. 6. Nice neutral head position. 5. 4. Scoop your abs up. 3. 2 more of each. And last one. And we'll rise up. Great job. Okay, we're going to take a break to stretch our chest muscles again with our yoga strap as an option. Take it back and open out. You can add some movement of your neck again if you'd like, or I'm going to give you an option just to throw in some balance because that's a big part of mind-body blend. In fact, 1 month we called it mind-body balance. So I want you to shift all your weight over to your right foot. Just tap your left toe slightly or pick your knee up into single leg stance. And if you're going, Lisa, you probably are not supposed to do this. First of all, thank you. Second of all, it's part of my PT, so it is a good one to work on. Okay, let's switch. You can maybe change the position of your hands on the yoga strap. Shift your weight over to your left foot. Either just lightly tap your big toe of your right or pick it up. Keep breathing. Just a few more seconds. Nice job. Let's release it down and release the yoga strap. Okay, we are transitioning down to the floor. I want both of your weights close by that you can grab them easily without having to sit up and find them. So I'm going to put a heavy one on both sides of my mat and a light one on both sides of my mat. And one more little drink of water for me. So now we're moving into chest muscles. Some of the similar movement patterns that we did with the back, we'll do with the chest as well. So let's come on down. So for the lower body, you can keep your feet on the floor. You can bring your knees to tabletop. That's more challenging for your core. Or you can put your feet up on your chair. So that's another option too. Let's start with our heavier weights and be real careful when you pick them up, that you don't strain your shoulders. Okay, so we'll start with the weights right above the chest, not above the forehead or the face. So if you start feeling like they're up here, I want you to pull them back a little bit. Keep your palms facing in, and we'll lower the elbows down and press back up. This is our narrow press. When we do the narrow press, we get a lot of shoulders and triceps, but our chest is still involved in the action. And this is opposite from the narrow row. It's working the opposing muscle groups. So now we can start to move the forearms, bringing your palms toward your face and away from your face. So we're rotating through the radius and ulna bones of the forearm. I'm going to try a few in table. And you're picking the pace, making it comfortable for you. If you want to add anything with the lower body, I'll leave that up to you today. Let's do 3 more. And 2. And 1. Relax down. You can allow your weights to set to the floor or relax on your abdomen. I'm going to slide a little bit further away from the wall. Now we have our wide press. So the arms come up. We turn the palms away from our body toward our knees. We let our elbows come out to the side and together. Sometimes this is called the A press because the tip of the A, the weights are almost touching each other at the top. And then they're coming down on an angle, like the angle of a capital A. Let's talk about breathing. We'll inhale as the elbows are bending. Exhale to press up. Good job. We have 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Excellent. Short recovery. Then we're going to alternate. So a narrow press followed by a wide press. Starting with the palms facing in. We lower down. Then we turn our palms away and open out. Alternating, narrow, and wide. 8 of each. Here's 3. Halfway, 4 more of each. 3 more. I can already tell I'm going to have some sore muscles when I meet you for yoga on Thursday. In a good way. 1 more of each. And release it down. Okay, you can set those weights completely down. 1 light one. So just 1 on the right arm. Your feet can remain on the floor or we can stack this left knee and table. So this is like our bird dog, but it's in reverse. So it's like we've got the hand on the chair and we're going to open our right arm out laterally to the side and pull it across. So this is going to fire the pec. And we could do this with both arms, right? But when we do it with one, we use our core a little bit more. So we can also float this other leg off the floor. Remember when we had the foot behind us in our spinal balance? So this is simulating the leg lifted behind off the floor. Let's get 5 more. And 4. You can do this without a weight and still get a lot of work. 2. And 1. And then we'll set the feet down and relax. Switching to the left arm. And I've got a close space here along the wall, so I'm going to actually turn around so my arm can open to the side. This is a pretty tiny little room for my studio here, so I don't have much space to move away from the wall or it come out of the camera view. Okay, so here we are with the left arm and then the right knee up in tabletop, and we'll open it out and bring it in. Now you can have some bend in the elbow, right? It doesn't have to be completely straight. Then you can add in the left leg, extend it out. And I'm trying not to use my right hand to brace my body on the floor so that my core is really engaged. Good, keep breathing. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Set those feet down. Relax the weight down. Okay, alternating presses. You can either use your heavy or your light. I'm going to go with the lighter ones because I can tell my muscles are really fatiguing. So I'm going to bring both arms up. Then we'll bend the right elbow down, left elbow. So we did this with our rows and we met at the bottom. So right now they're meeting at the top. This is one option. Or they can kind of cycle, changing places at the same time. So they're never meeting except right through the middle as they pass each other by. Knees can come up in tabletop. You can bicycle the legs. Anything you'd like to do here for the lower body is fine. Let's go for 5 more each arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come all the way down. Set those feet down. Relax your arms. Can you grab your yoga strap there? Reach it up and try to bring your arms way above your head and pull outward a little bit and hold this stretch. Now I'm feeling it, gosh, in my left pec a little bit more than my right. That's interesting. Definitely in the lats. You can do this without the strap, but it doesn't give you the pull outward to contract some of the muscles. Keep breathing and stretching. 10 seconds. One more breath. And exhale, pull the arms back up and relax. Okay, now we're moving on to our stomach to work the back muscles a little bit more through spinal extension. So once you come down on your belly, I want you to create a little bit of a pad for your forehead here. No weights are necessary here, as we're just coming into some spinal extension for the upper and mid back. So we'll place the head right onto the hands and then lift up with the chest and try to lift your elbows off the floor a little bit, but keep your forehead on your hands. And then come down. Lift the chest up and come down. Now, when we lose mobility of our spine, it's really hard to lift this off the floor. If you're trying really hard and you can't come up, then I want you to just use your hands a little bit. So you can put your hands on the floor, use mostly your back, but you can lift up here and back down. Just 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Okay, now your left elbow is going to stay on the floor. As you rotate and just lift your right elbow up, the forehead stays on your hands and come back down. We'll do 8 on the right side. 7, 6, 5, 4, 2 more. And 1. All right. And when we do the other side, I'm going to give you an option if it's hard to be on your belly. You can be from your hands and knees or standing up with one hand on your chair. And we can open out to the left side this way. So let's do 8 on this side from any position that you need to do here to make this successful. 8, 7. I'm going to come up to the chair and demonstrate that one. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a break. Last set is to alternate. So you can do it here from standing. You can be on your hands and knees or all the way on your belly. And we are going to alternate sides. Right and left, and begin. 8, 8, 7. From hands and knees, looks like this. 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more each side. And relax. Okay, if you're on your belly, press yourself up, come into a child's pose or any other pose where you can relax your lower back and stretch. I know, Joyce, that might not work for your knee replacement, so take any position that you would like to do here. Okay, bring yourself all the way back up to a standing position. Yoga strap again. Flexibility for our back scratch stretch. So this is going to stretch out the chest, the shoulders, and the triceps. All muscles that we have worked in class today. So let's hold that strap in the right arm, bring it behind your back, take the left arm and try to find the strap behind you. Good. Then we'll separate the feet back into our wide routine. So we did a right knee bend and a left knee bend. I want this stretch to be comfortable for you, especially in the shoulder where the arm is behind your back. Now, as you go over to the left, inhale and stretch the side waist. And then go over to the right and exhale. So we're only stretching toward the left side, opening up the left side body. If you want to do it without the knee bend, then just stretch to the side and come up. We've got 4 more. 3, 2, let's hold the last one in that side stretch. And come up, release the bottom arm carefully. Then release the top arm and bring it to the side and just draw it in. So we're opening up through this shoulder. Look to the right side to stretch your neck a bit. You can also loop this bottom arm underneath and then do an eagle arm. All right, head comes back to center. Release the arms. Switch the strap to your left hand. Bring it behind your back. So we're pointing our elbow up. Right hand's going to come behind, find the strap, work your fingers together a comfortable distance. And then we'll bend the left knee and the right. Start to add your side bend toward that right knee. And then bring it up. So it slightly changes the stretch. It opens up the lat a little bit more and the tricep and that upper arm. And you might feel it deepen the stretch in the bottom arm as well. 4 more, then we'll hold. And 3. Last one, open up the side body, hold. Core stabilization as well as flexibility. And then bring it up. Carefully release the bottom arm first. Then the top arm is going to come across and hug it in using your right arm to pull. Look left. Option to loop this arm under and create eagle arms. Good, head comes back to center, unravel the arms, take the yoga strap a fair distance apart, bring the arms up. I'm gonna back up a little bit here. And then we'll start that bending, alternating sides, and then side bending through the body. And I've got a little gentle pull outward on the yoga strap. You can also keep both legs straight and just do this through the upper body if that feels better for you today. You can slow down your pace a little. 3 more to each side. 2. Last one. Reach it up, inhale. And then exhale, lowering the arms. And turn your feet parallel. Reach down to stretch into a forward bend. You can set your strap there as you come down. Just relax the backs of the legs, the lower back. Relax your head, move it around a little bit, side to side, releasing any tension there. Okay, start to come up a little bit, maybe about halfway. Bring your hands to your hips, pull your elbows back again. If it feels better for you to come all the way up to do that, you can as well. Or you can keep that stretch going on in the backs of the legs. And then we'll come all the way up. Then turn to your right side. So I'm going to pivot this way and turn both feet forward. Bend the front knee and push into the back leg. Heel. So I feel a calf stretch here. Hands can still be at your hips. We can interlace the hands behind the back, or you can use your yoga strap behind you for that chest stretch. Good, release that stretch. Bring your right hand to your right hip. That's your front leg. And then stretch away from the back leg. It's going to open up this back hip flexor. Great job. Lower that down. We're just going to pivot on our feet. Around to the other side. Push your heel down on this side, which I'm thinking should be your right leg, even though it's my left. Hands behind the back. One more chest stretch, or hands at your hips, or hold your yoga strap. This is one more opportunity to stretch those chest muscles today in class. And then release that. The hand that's in front, the front leg goes to your hip. The back hand stretches over to open up that hip flexor. A little bit of balance here also. And then come on up. Then we'll pivot everything back to the center. Take a nice big breath in, sweep up. And exhale. 2 more. Then reach up, hold, press the palms together above the head. Draw the thumbs to the heart and create tension. Really push. Push in. Feel those muscles working in your pecs and in your shoulders and in your triceps. Let's hold 2 more breaths. Press, press. And then release that tension. And nicely done, everyone. Great job today as we get back into our LisaBug classes and get our strength back again. I'm so looking forward to doing that with each of you. So I'll shut our recording off, and we've got time for a chit chat if you can stay. I would love to see how everyone's doing.